Happy Sunday Funday, everybody. Xavier back again with another video. Before I get to the topic of this rant, I'm going to give you my quick halftime report. I'm going to give you my quick halftime report on today's game between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I just got some sad news to everybody who watches the game show Jeopardy. But first, we're going to do my quick halftime report on today's game between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alright, this is my halftime report on today's game between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I know y'all can't see it, but I'll read it to you. Texans pretty much took the first half. They outscored the Jaguars in the first quarter 10-7. Then they outscored them again in the second quarter 10-9. They barely dodged a bullet in the second quarter. At halftime, Texans 20, Jaguars 16. Can the Texans keep this tremendous lead, or will they fall to the Jaguars 1-7? And both teams are 1-6. Let's see who will take the victory today, 2-6. Now we got that halftime report out the way. Sad news for all you Jeopardy fans out there. Legendary Jeopardy host Alex Trebek just lost his battle today of pancreatic cancer at the age of 80. What the fuck, 2020? Have you done enough fucking damage already? How many more legends must we lose before 2020 comes to an end? Thanks a lot, 2020. You made my Sunday funny from a happy day to a sad day. Oh, man. Just so you know that Alex Trebek will be in a better place and he doesn't have to worry about suffering anymore. He was definitely a great person and a great host of Jeopardy. He definitely fought a good fight, battling almost 2 years of cancer. Last year, we lost legendary hip-hop artist Bushwick Bill of the Ghetto Boys to pancreatic cancer. Now, this year, we lose Alex Trebek from pancreatic cancer. I said it before and I'll say it again. Cancer is a bitch and we definitely need to find a cure for it. Fuck cancer and fuck 2020. We only got one more month left before this tragic year comes to an end. Just gotta stay strong and stay positive. My condolences, thoughts and prayers goes to Alex Trebek's family. So let me mute this TV and take this watch off and silence my phone. We're going to have a quick moment of silence for Mr. Alex Trebek. He's definitely going to be missed. Thank you for all the memories of hosting Jeopardy. They will be remembered for a very long time. Rest in peace to Alex Trebek. July 22nd, 1940 to November 8th, 2020. Thank you. Now that we got that out the way, let's unmute this TV so I can hear the second half of the Texans-Jaguars game. And let's get right into this rant. Because I know Serge Dragon is waiting on me to do a Heaven's Monsters podcast for the 1-year anniversary of AEW. If he calls me in the middle of this rant, I'm not going to edit this out. I'm just going to leave it in. November 8th, 2005, the Get Rich or Die Tryin soundtrack was released from 50 Cent's first movie, Get Rich or Die Tryin. 15 years since the Get Rich or Die Tryin soundtrack was released. The album debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200, number 1 on the top R&B/hip hop albums chart, and number 1 on the US soundtrack albums chart. By the end of the year, it positioned at number 50 on the Billboard 200, number 17 on the top R&B/hip hop albums chart, and number 3 on the top US soundtrack albums chart. But it was certified platinum, selling 320 copies in its first week, debuting behind country singer Kenny Chesney's The Road and the Radio. To this day, the Get Rich or Die Tryin soundtrack has sold over 3 million copies worldwide. Of course, this album contains artists from G-Unit Records such as 50 Cent himself, Lloyd Banks, Tony Yayo, Young Buck, Olivia, Spider Loc, Maze, M.O.P., and the infamous Mobb Deep, and special guest appearances from Maze and Nate Dogg. The 5 singles from this album include Hustler's Ambition, Window Shopper, Best Friend, Have a Party, and I Whoop Your Head, Boy. It's weird how the Get Rich or Die Tryin soundtrack movie was released the day before the movie came out. That's kind of weird, isn't it? The soundtrack of Get Rich or Die Tryin was released the day before the movie came out. And as you can see, I got the clean version for Christmas of 2005. I was a freshman in high school when the soundtrack was released, back when I wasn't allowed to have hip-hop albums with a parental advisory explicit content. This is the cover of what the dirty version looks like. You see 50 Cent has a gun on his backside. And this is what the clean version looks like. I tried to order the dirty version, but I was a little too late to do that. Well, it doesn't matter. I got the clean version anyway. I wanted to order the dirty version because I refuse to listen to the clean version now that I'm grown. But either way, I got the clean version of the album, so it doesn't really matter. So looking back 15 years later, this is one of the best soundtrack movies ever. I guess you can call it a classic. It definitely has some great songs. The album has 16 tracks, including 2 bonus tracks from the movie, which was Best Friend by 50 Cent and I Whoop Your Head, Boy by Young Buck and 50 Cent. And it's sad that 15 years later, some of these artists are no longer signed with G-Unit. Apparently, 50 Cent and Tony Yayo are the only people that are signed with G-Unit that's on this soundtrack. And this was back when G-Unit was in its prime. Back when they had Lloyd Banks, Young Buck, Tony Yayo, Olivia, M.O.P., and the infamous Mobb Deep. Man, 15 years since the Get Rich or Die Tryin soundtrack was released. I just can't believe it. It's weird, like I said, that the soundtrack came out the day before the movie. I will do a rant about the movie tomorrow in honor of its 15th anniversary. Man. 15 years of the Get Rich or Die Tryin soundtrack. Even though I got the clean version, I'll try to listen to this before the clock hits midnight. But in the meantime, that wraps up my quick rant celebrating 15 years of the Get Rich or Die Tryin soundtrack from 50 Cent's first movie, Get Rich or Die Tryin. If you're new here, hit subscribe if you like the content and hit that notification bell for my next anniversary rant. If you're not new here, thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, leave your comment down below. I'll be back later after the Texans game to do a quick Let's Play of the King of Iron Fist tournament, Tekken 1 that is, in honor of its 25th anniversary. Don't follow your dreams, chase them. Peace. Happy 15th anniversary to the Get Rich or Die Tryin soundtrack.